I'll do it here now. I've been talking for a little bit, but you know, my regular speaking voice, and then I want to go high, like an anime girl, and then I want to go deep, or I want to do the mother voice, or Luke, I am your father. None of them are Darth Vaders. You know, sorry, I'm sure someone else can know better Darth Vader out there, but I gave it my best shot. So always remember though, when it comes to changing your vocal tone, it's that little nuance, the pitch. Something simple, your breath control. I could be talking, saying right now, but then I want to be talking a little bit slower. I want to be able to share my story with you. Well, I just gave it a completely different accent, a completely different tone, a completely different pace altogether, just by that little change. Have fun with this. That's the whole thing. It's supposed to be getting into an industry you love, right? How many of you want to do this for fun? Exactly. You know, I see a little bit out there. How many are excited to get into doing this? Show me a clap. Come on. If you guys don't want to get into this, want to do this, give me some energy up here. Alright. Because this is the whole point. Yes. You're doing it because it's something you enjoy, something you want to do. That's the whole point. Because if it's not fun, why bother doing it? We only have one life, right? Okay, so this is a big thing that a lot of people don't talk about. And I'm going to say it now. Research, research, research. You get that first audio script, and this has happened to me a couple of times. I had to really humble myself back just a little bit, because you think you know a word, and you think you're pronouncing it correctly. But that author has a different thing in mind. That wasn't the way that word should have been pronounced. Or that wasn't the way that that name should have been pronounced. So when you read that book, and you're reading Aaron instead of Aaron, and then when you go Aaron about 175 times through that story, whoops, it was Aaron. So now guess what? You gotta go 170 times back and do those pickups and change D nice or Aaron to Denise and Aaron. So always, when you're doing this research, if there's a name that you just don't know because maybe it's a different dialect or just a different region and you want to make sure you get it right, ask. Ask before you start putting in that work. Because the last thing you want to do is put in that work 2 times, 3 times. Because you go from a 6-hour project for a 3-hour book to a 12-hour project to a 16-hour project. And every time that increases, your money starts to change, and the worth of it starts to change for you. So just keep that in mind, humble yourself. There is no wrong question, especially in this business. You are working with that author. It's your job to bring their story to life. So you want to bring it the way that they envision it. And practice makes perfect. Again, like we talked about, grab a book from your bookshelf, close your eyes, eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Oops, I just did that. And pick a book. Well, when you pick a book, even if it's a story you didn't like, it could have been Geometry 101. Guess what? Hold on to that book, get to a computer station, and record. 1 + 1 = 2. Isosceles is a triangle. Whatever you want to do. It could be the most boringest material. Boring is the word. Read it. Make it fun. 3 + 3 is 6. Well, it's not a good subject or a fun subject, but it's how you make it. And that's the whole point. You're going to get plenty of books where I literally, after I've done them, is like, what did I just read? I think I lost a couple of brain cells here. But, I got paid for it, though, and, I already had committed to do the contract, so I had to see it all the way through. But let me tell you, you will have some of those moments where it's just like, did I really just read that out loud? And another